What is going on, Penny boys and gals? How we all doing? I'm live here with OG Nikki for PBU Live. How are you doing, Nikki?
Doing good today. How about you?
Good. So we are going to quickly go over our PBU 100% homeworks, and we're going to be doing a giveaway later. So 100% homework for November is GC, Jake B33, and Ghost 337. This is actually combined for November, and I know December hasn't really started yet, so this is actually only November, but eventually we're going to combine them and do November and December. But let's just quickly go over all of our PBU stuff, including our members of the week. So I'm really excited for later. I'm going to be talking with OG Nikki about how she got started off with Penny Boys and just like what new members could or should or would do as far as getting into it and figuring out how this all works. I know it's confusing. So our member of the week as far as the PBU alumni goes is Timothy, and they were actually, I believe, a valedictorian at one point, right, Nikki?
I definitely recognize the name and very active here. I would not be surprised if that were the case. Yes.
No, I definitely
Timothy
think they
might have been
were.
a valedictorian at one point.
I
We've
think
had
it
a
was like
couple.
the September class of like I don't remember, but I think it was September class of last year they were. But we also have our PBU member of the week for December, King Tone. Have you had the chance? I know I personally haven't. I love them, but have you been able to talk to King Tone recently, Oshiniki?
I have actually recently, and I think they're doing okay. So PBU December. So that's member of the week. That's well deserved.
And then we
They're
also,
active.
yeah, no, they definitely are. They are asking questions not only in the chats but also in live streams. And then for PBU November, we have Harris. I know they joined November 24th. I know you're part of the welcome committee, so you probably know who they are, right?
Oh yeah, I try to talk to everyone to just kind of be the friend. Um, I'm not one of the shot callers. I'm not um, even someone who really teaches PBU. Honestly, I'm more for support. I consider myself like more a member, so I really do try to reach out to each and every one of you to see how you're doing, and I'm the one you can tell how you're really doing, and I'm going to understand and help you get a direction. I was you,
Even our
at one
free
point.
members, right? Not just the premium ones.
Everyone.
And speaking of
Yes.
which, we have our free member of the week, Zeld. They joined, it looks like November 10th, 2022. So relatively new. I did see them in the chat. I love when new members join. They're already like, active and willing to participate because that's what it's all about. It's, this is a community. It's not, one person telling someone else what to do. And speaking of which, I want to just ask you, Nikki. I know you joined way back when, as you are OG Nikki, and I know a lot of members are currently joining during. I think you joined during probably a bull market, right? The COVID,
Definitely.
yeah. And I know like now it's a bear market, but regardless of market, like when it comes to new members joining Penny Boys University or joining Penny Boys in general, Discord's new, like some for some people, YouTube's new. What would you recommend as far as like the first step to take as soon as you join?
As soon as you join, my opinion, take it for what it's worth, would be instantly get into Penny Boys University. That's what you need to do first. And I urge you to only look at one alert channel at a trading and options and shorting and so on and so forth. But I think that it's good to just really focus on the classes at first. And if you can focus on one shot caller for maybe your first week to paper trade and try to get that shot caller's rhythm down and see if that's something that works with your plan that we're going to help you learn how to make.
So you said
And
the
people,
magic word, paper trading. I know a lot of people,
yes.
heard about it, this, that, whatever. No one wants to trade without their own money because what if I hit it big and now all you have is FOMO? Like, oh my gosh, like what if I
Yeah.
actually have my own money in? Have you personally paper traded? And if so, like what would you recommend for someone who is feeling that way? It's like, what if I do hit it big?
Yeah, I definitely did that because when I started paper trading with $1 million. That
Oh,
wasn't beneficial. I didn't know that. I just thought that's what they gave me.
and
And
that's what
so
they
I
start
tried
off
it.
with, right? Which is silly.
It does you no good. It's a game at that point, and you really have no real repercussions for any losses that you have unless you really are trading with $1 million account. Then hey, I don't recommend that. But start small. I really want people to understand that you are going to have some losses, and so you can learn that with a greater amount of money or a little bit of money or not real money at all. So those are your choices. I personally prefer not real money at all. Now, that's not to say that you won't actually lose real money later, a little bit, yes, but it can be more controlled. It won't be so radical and emotional, and you'll be able to control the loss better. I
I
feel
know.
like if you're paper trading and you learn how to shut them down
No, I
when
agree
it's hard.
100%. I know, especially with with paper trading. A lot of people do exactly what you said. Like go on Webull, paper trade. Oh, there it is, $1 million right in your paper trade account, and they just
Yep,
like, oh, that's what they made me. That's what they put me on. So like they just start doing that, and it's different mentality. Like with our shot callers, we have a lot of shot callers who have been doing this for a while and have a lot of money, and they trade with a lot of money, and
yeah,
they have different mentalities than the average Joe. And that's why we try to teach people how to trade and not how to just follow alerts, because just because Lee or Amy are buying at XYZ price with their big account doesn't mean that somebody with $100 account should. And that's why I think it's really important what you said, is that someone with a paper account should start off with the amount of money that they could realistically start off with, because they can see, what would actually happen as opposed to some fairy tale $1 million account, right?
absolutely. I have an almost unpopular opinion about trading with different size accounts. I hear Bull, not to pick on you, Bull, I love you, but this is something that I think I've heard him say that, if you can't handle a small account, you can't handle a large account. I fully, wholeheartedly do believe that.
Okay.
But I think that it takes so much more self control when you're trading with a small account. It is so unforgiving, in my experience, that it makes you come correct. Every day you have to show up with the same self control, because if you don't, you won't be trading anymore. So you can trade with a small account. We do it every day. We do it all the time. I do it every day. I just want everyone to understand that it will teach you very well and quickly, and it can be a way to become a great trader to start with a small account. And if you're going to trade the same way with the large account that you did with your small account, you're probably going to be okay. So it's just like reason number 5,000 that you should probably start trading with smaller accounts.
Right.
It can be a little harder, but you're going to learn the harder lessons cheaper and quicker.
Right. It's cheaper. That's the thing. Like, people pay XYZ for college. Like, there's some people pay who have these big ass, big debts and whatever, and then their degree doesn't really get them what it's worth. And it's the same way with trading. It's like, you got to make sure that it's worth what you're, putting into it. But no, I definitely agree with the paper trading. With the large and small accounts, there's a big difference. I personally, I know Prime Patrick's a big believer in this. Like when it comes to your accounts just skyrocketing up. There's one thing having a small account versus a large, having a lot of money versus not a lot of money. That's one thing. But when you have not a lot of money, then all of a sudden, boom, you get like that 1,000% runner that, that YOLO or whatever it may be. And then all of a sudden you're going from having $1,000 account, and 3 days later, now you're trading with like a $3,000 account. Would you recommend taking some of that money out so that you're still trading with $1,000 account, or trying to learn all the different fundamentals and like the trading psychology behind trading a $3,000 account versus a $1,000 account, or do you see a difference at all?
Well, if we're talking about specific numbers like that, if I'm starting with $1,000 and I get to $3,000, I'm probably going to leave the majority in my trading account because I want to see bigger gains and compounding gains of what I can do over X number of months, days, or years. But if I were trading with a larger account, say I had $50,000 in my trading account and I doubled that, I would definitely take that half out. I would take out the $50,000 and continue trading with the 50,000 that I initially started with. But if I'm smaller, I want to build up. I want to be able to buy more than one option contract, I want to be able to scale in and out like that and hold one to run and things like that. I love that. I want to play.
No, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people say the opposite. You have a small account and you have a big account, it's the same thing. But like having yes, if you had the same amount of money, someone who has X amount of money in their bank account versus someone has the same amount of money in their bank account, they trade small, large, same thing. But like most people who are trading small, have less money. People trading large have more money. And quite frankly, your mentality, your goals, your mindset, like a lot of it's different. People who have a lot of money, they're trying to just make more money, or trying to invest. And people who have not so much money, their mindset and trading psychology is different. And I think a lot of people just don't say that enough, or don't respect that enough. That like,
it's so true.
Yeah, because all these fucking gurus have all this money, and it's like, oh, you can't, don't trade like you don't have, like, but like no, like it's your mindset's going to be different, because like just like any like come on, like I'm just so sick of this whole like narrative that like people, like everyone has to trade the same way. It's like, no, like people have different lives.
I can't.
I just can't. I can't afford to just like not care like some people can. Like I know people blow $50K in a fucking trade, no problem, but like I just can't do that.
I can't either. I feel like if I had an account that size, that I would have more blue chip long holds.
Right, I would trade differently.
With my small account, right. I can't do that.
Right, exactly. Like, what am I going to get? Like, exactly. I get the compounding. I get all of it. I understand it.
I know.
It is the way to do. But like, you do need to have somewhat of a different mentality when it comes to trading different assets, or even different portfolio sizes. Like no one's to be trading crypto the same way they're trading stocks, or the same way they're trading NFTs, and you should be trading a $10 million account the same way you're trading a $1,000 account. Like, and I think that's a big thing that people the gurus out there who have all this money just don't say enough. But I'm glad that I had you, that you're here to, because like, we're the same way, me and we're not trading with, thousands, tens
I
of
do
thousands,
feel like 20, we're very similar.
Yes.
In a lot of ways that we trade. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm doing more editing and content making than I am doing trading nowadays. But like when I was trading full time, like, it's a different I couldn't trade the same way that Lee could trade, that Amy could trade. And a lot of our PB members or people just join right away, and they think, oh, I'm gonna, I see this profit of, $10,000, but it's like they also put in a lot of money to make that happen. And yes, you can eventually make that happen, but your account is different than theirs. You're gonna have to trade differently than theirs, and that's why you teach people how to trade, and not just how to follow the leader. So for you, and this is my biggest question for you, is because I know you joined back a long time ago, back when it was a bull market, and things were confusing back then. With the Discord and everything. We kind of got it down a little bit, but like a new member, if you were a brand new member, because you had you're part of the welcome roll. What would you do? What would you look at? Would you look at the free classes channel? Would you look at the YouTube? Would you look at, like, where would you go if you're brand new to trading, or just brand new to Discord, brand new to Penny Boys? You go into YouTube, you go to Twitter, you go into, like, where would you go to learn what we're about?
Well, I was a stay-at-home mom. I still am. So I had time. I understand a lot of people might not be able to do it the way I did it, but I love the live streams and premium. It allowed for me to ask questions live to people that cared about me and my trading, that I had built a relationship with. And I can't get that, just by a video. I really enjoyed having the interaction with you, in PBU classes and stuff where you could answer us. So that was one of the very first things I made sure that I made time for was live streams. And that's going to be the best way for you to get to know the shot callers too, by talking to them or listening even to them. Amy all the time explains to us in live stream the way she trades. And honestly, we don't, PBU is awesome and we teach you how to trade, no doubt, but we can't teach you how each individual professional trader trades, right?
Mhm.
And so she will come on and tell you her style, her personality, and Lee will do the same. And it's so helpful to get their little tips for taking their personal trades.
No, I mean, that's an important thing to realize. So not every trader is the same, and not every good trader is the same. They have different mentality. They can disagree too, but it doesn't make them worse than the other or whatever. Matt says, few class chat and live streams have helped me more than anything else.
Me too.
The chats, honestly, for me, the videos are great. I'm not gonna, I made them, so I can only say so much. But they're okay. I'm not gonna lie, they're full disclosure, everything you see in PBU in the videos are things you can find online, but it will take you it took me a lot of time to find all that. I'm not giving in PBU the first month. Now with Swigging Bull, it's a whole different story, and that's why I'm so glad we're getting more educators involved. But quite frankly, what I did with PBU was just tell people the way that just tell people what you see on YouTube, but instead of having to watch 40 hours of YouTube, you just watch our 4 videos or 5 videos or 6 videos. But it's not like a secret sauce or something like you do this, you're gonna make $1 million. It's just stuff that's out there on YouTube. But community, Penny Poise University community, and the live streams with Amy now, and oh my gosh, Amy and BTCJ, like Prime Pat, it's crazy. That's where the value is.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to these classes, the homework and all that, you finish PBU, you graduate. What's the next step for you?
Well, you kind of want to test your plan, right? And see what you've learned and try to understand. One of the things you taught us, Duck, was if your plan doesn't work on day one, you don't set it on fire. Give it a shot, and man, when you were saying something a minute ago, I was going to comment. I can't remember what you were saying, what I was going to tell them, but I want everyone to understand that their learning journey here won't all be the same, and following another trader is very difficult.
Unless you're behind them on the computer screen, you're not going to be able to trade like them. You have a different schedule, family goal, everything. It's crazy. People think that they can just follow people buy, sell. What if you miss the sell? You're out of luck.
Exactly. You have to be staring at a screen, and we're going to give you the tools to where we're going to help give you the direction, and you will be able to stand on your own. And it's going to we'll still be able to obviously give you alerts. That's what you were just saying, Duck. You pulled all this information together for PBU, right? That takes a long time. And I was getting very tired before I got here trying to, you know what? I didn't know what part of it was important until Penny Boys told me what was important. I was finding all this stuff.
It's not we're smarter than you could have done that. It's just no one has time for that.
It was hard to know what part of it I really needed to know.
Right.
And highlighted for me, because it is endless, the information. It's endless for it. So it narrowed it down for me, and then helping me make my plan. That is crucial. And you'll get that before you're even done with semester 1 in PBU, because it's that important. And you've got to not keep the same one forever, obviously, if it's not working, but obviously to like give it a chance.
Right.
Give your plan a chance and show Dad. Patrick loves seeing people's plans too. He loves for you to bring him to his live streams and he'll help you with a trading plan because he's awesome at that, and because he knows how important it is. And so we'll all look at your plans with you, and you post them in a channel and look at other people's plans. And that's where I got a lot of ideas. I just kind of took pieces of other people's plans and made my own.
I think that's why we did so well with the university. Like a lot of influencers, a lot of class programs, they're trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
And like this one Twitter influencer on the Twitter NFT space always says, it's like, the wheel's round. Why try to make a square? Why try to make a triangle? It's a wheel works. So they stop trying to reinvent it. Just show it in a way that actually makes sense, and then that's the key. And I mean, trading makes sense if you make it make sense. And there's a lot of people who are just trying to make it so complicated, like with these million indicators, or you had to learn all these fundamentals and this, that, whatever. There's a lot of people who just don't even know how to read charts and make a lot of money trading. There's a lot of people who don't know fundamentals and make a lot of money trading. So for you personally, Nikki, I know you went through PBU. I'm assuming here's the deal. I made PBU. I made all the classes. And I still, like, after PBU, lost a lot of money afterwards. Like, it's not like hey, you take PBU, you make money. You take PBU, you make money. It's not that easy. I still, I'm a person. I'm a human. I still, my emotions got the best of me every so often. So how do you, after taking PBU, right, and then you go through the whole process, you realize what you're supposed to do. What do you do after that first mistake after taking PBU? Because everyone does it. No one's perfect. Everyone has emotions. We're gonna make that mistake even after taking the classes, like everyone in college or high school or whatever does, right?
Yeah.
How do you convince yourself it's okay and to keep going as opposed to like give up?
You just make another deposit and it's going to be all right. No, I'm kidding. There's like a fine line between knowing what you need to do and then actually implementing it. And PBU is going to tell you what you need to do, but I mean, you got to take a certain amount of accountability and responsibility. And when you're done with PBU, sit down and ask yourself, like, do I want to be a trader? And if you do, then you're going to figure it out, and you're going to stop being silly with over allocating or whatever, like your thing is. That was my thing with stocks, was over allocating too quickly. Options, I learned no, you do not do that there. So if you don't learn, the stock market will teach you really quickly. So yeah. I think we.
No, I'm good. It happens. Okay. I don't know how to fix it. I'm not really tech savvy. That happens when like every 30 minutes. It's just.
I have seen it do it before when we're streaming.
Yeah, just let it happen. I'm eventually gonna get Pookie to fix this for me.
Yeah, we're spooks. Well, yeah. So like the market will humble you, So you might come out of PBU and you're gonna know, like, how do you say? You're going to know what to do. You're going to know the fancy vocabulary and the terms and all of that. That doesn't mean that every trade you're going to implement, because you've got emotions. And
right.
PBU, we try to teach you about that too.
Try. But even myself, like I said, I made the classes. I have them. Everyone has emotions. Like, just because you take like 2 months or 10 classes of a course doesn't mean that you're not going to be a human. And it's okay to lose money even after you learn things. Like people, you learn to ride a bike, right? You fall a few times, and then you're, oh, I'm really good at this. And you fall again. I'm really good at riding bikes. That's what I fell the other day. Like, doesn't mean like I can't ride bikes. Like I just, I took I'm not gonna lie, I actually went I did a stupid thing that I shouldn't have done. And that's what usually happens. You get overconfident. It's not that you can't do it, you're bad at it. It's just you gotta, your expectations and confidence and humility all need to like just align. And it's all emotions. Everyone talks about technicals and fundamentals. trading is the emotional giving money to the non-emotional, to the people
Yeah.
who've been there, who've done that. I did it. Like I thought that I knew all about I knew RSI. I freaking taught all these stupid PBU classes. They're amazing, whatever. But like I taught all these PBU classes on all the I knew about all the 70, 30, whatever. Didn't freaking help me at all. What helps you is a trading psychology. And that it took me to realize that's why we switched and made trading psychology the first class in PBU, because you can learn about 30, 70 RSI, MACD, signal line crossing. It's not going to help you unless you get your emotions in check. Am I wrong?
I mean, you are not. And that was one of the best things that happened to PBU is y'all putting the psych first, because
People
let me tell you something. If you're here to make money out of thin air, money out of nothing, like with stocks and out of crypto and stuff, you're probably, I don't want to say it, but like you probably are a little greedy.
Well, no, really quick. No. I need to, I'm sorry. I want to hear the rest of that, but
yes,
it is possible to get rich quick, because I've seen a lot of people do it in trading, in crypto, in stocks, in NFTs. It is possible.
Sure.
To get lucky.
Yes, luck.
It's not plausible. And so sorry. That's because everyone's like, oh, well, that guy or what that, they did it. Right time, right place. They got lucky.
Yes, it took no skill.
For the majority of people who made those percentages, because they're not obviously, trading based off of plans. And there are some people who, bought Doge at whatever. Yeah. And even that all being said, it is okay to try to, because it is possible to, YOLO and make some money. It's going to take a lot of YOLOs, but leverage trading is a good way to make a lot of money. Options trading is good. Even NFT trading, speculative trading. There are ways to get rich quick, but but the majority of the times you're going to lose a lot of money doing it unless you really know what you're doing and been doing it for a long time or just got lucky. But I just want to put that out there because I know there are a lot of MTs that I called out that people could have bought and got a lot of money, and a lot of crypto that we call it all the time could have got a lot of money, but guess what, like that's not how it works every time. But because I don't know, there's a lot of people who see others doing that and think like, oh, that's how it always is. And so anyway, as you were saying,
you're right about that, because I really hope that would be me with Doge.
Me too. I bought a 0.0002 or some stupid like.
I know.
And then I hated Robinhood, so I sold it.
I know, and we should have held on at that point. I mean,
but it didn't make me a good trader because I just happened to buy some hype coin at 0.002. That I just can't rely on doing that over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's just not how it works. Like we could rely on is trading the right way. That's how. Yes. Like here's the deal: if you want to get rich quick and get lucky on one coin, then definitely you can join a pump and dump group, and you could probably throw like $10,000 in and make $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. I'm not saying it's impossible. You could probably do it, and more power to you if it happens to you. But 90% of people who do that are actually losing those $10,000, and it goes down to 1,000 before they can even sell. And if that's the risk you're willing to take, more power to you, and I hope you win. Like I don't want anyone to lose money, but if you're trying to trade long term,
I wouldn't put it there then if you're trying to trade long term. And plus I like to actually trade. I love to day trade,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I know you were like not into options or day trading at first, like when you first started PBU, but now you're getting more more into it. What made you make that leap?
Well, I traded stocks for a year first, and I in these live streams I love so much, I'm hearing them warn me that you can lose all that you put in, or they go to zero sometimes. And but I hear of these 30% in 3 minutes stories. I'm like, oh, what is this? But I knew that it was risky. I knew that I needed to learn how to stock trade very well first, as best I could, or at least try to understand what a chart is doing before I get into options. So I must admit, those of you that are trading options and you aren't super familiar with stock trading yet, I'm scared for y'all. I want you to get in there and learn how to trade options, but just paper trade them first. That was not even a thing when I was learning options. I just trial by fire. I was like, what's this button do? Yeah, I really was lucky to have y'all around to kind of hold my hand through even being approved, for options trading. But I took the leap because I became an admin at Penny Boys, and I was like, I got to up my game. I need to know what I'm talking about. I have members to help, and I
Right.
ended up falling head over heels in love with options trading.
I'm not gonna
And
lie. I don't know about you,
it's my
but I've
jam.
I've lost so much money trading stuff because I for the members. So I'm not gonna
I
lie.
know.
Like I gotta do this, that, whatever, like to show them, and then I put once you put it, I'm not gonna lie, these shock collars, like it's one thing trading on your own, but once you put it out into like existence, it's like I can't sell now. Like it has to go up 10%, otherwise I'm wrong.
I know.
It's so hard to be wrong. That's why I tell like everyone who's not like a veteran trader, don't ever put out your own alerts or trade ideas, because it's gonna ego. Have you I know you've been doing this for a while. Have you put any of your own trade ideas out? I know a lot of our members, like Prime Patrick, for instance, and he's amazing at what he does. But a lot of members, but like a lot of members put out their own trade ideas. What have you done that? And if so, what would you recommend for
I've
others? And if
never
not,
told another member any of my trades. Um, I've taken my own trades, but I have not shared them. That's terrifying to
it's
me.
yeah, that's how
Yeah,
that's where I got
I
Uber
mean,
options.
yeah, I would hate to, and I know that our shot callers like, oh, it stabs them in the heart when, like even Mr. Stocklock Profits today did not put out any options alerts. He said hashtag mental health day because he didn't want to do options alerts today. It's if they
It's
are not feeling
nerve-wracking.
their best or the charts aren't there, then they do not want to see any of you lose. It ruins their day
Right.
badly.
And that's important. It's not about like, hey, we're not like, hey, to pay like $10 a day or to do this. No, it's like, I want you to put out the alert, or not but like Austin's like, I want you to put out the alerts that you are taking, that you believe in. It's not about like some quota or some, BS like that. Like it's not like, it's not like that. No one wants anyone to lose money. I feel like I know
No,
like, there are a lot of people out there who do, but not here. And it's just so frustrating. Like, have you been in other groups before and like seen all the
no. And I'm
you're
so
lucky.
glad. I
You're
felt like
lucky.
I was led here.
I lost so much money prior to because of
Really,
that.
with a different group?
Yeah.
Oh my. I didn't know that.
But that being said, I lost a lot of money trading Arlers too, because I didn't know how to trade them. And that's why
Yes.
I messaged Austin. It was like, hey, a new trader doesn't know how to take alerts because it's a foreign
Yep.
concept to them. And that's how Penny Boys University was formed.
I remember one of my first trades here. Lee had put out a swing, and 30 minutes later, I'm in the chats going, well, I stopped out of my swing trade.
Oh,
And I still remember this member's name. It's funny that I can remember. Do you remember a person named Lucid Mummy?
oh yeah.
I
That was
mean,
a
from
while ago.
a very long time
Yeah, a
ago.
long
And
time
they
ago.
just,
I used to know all the members back in the day before I went out
I
with
mean, it
Twitter and
was there.
TikTok.
Everybody's been helpful. There wasn't even any guides then, but this person reached out to me and said, "Why did you sell?" And I was like, "Because it hit my stop loss or whatever." Like, they're like, "That's a swing. You have to hold it overnight, more than likely overnight or longer." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I mean, that's literally how much help I needed when
Yeah,
I
I mean,
first came here, and
people
it's just
don't
some random
understand.
member helped me.
Because quite
Yeah,
frankly, swing to most people who don't trade stocks means that you are sharing a significant other with somebody else. Like swing is not like a normal concept to normal people,
I didn't
Like
know.
neither like okay. All right, anyway. What
I
I'm
had
trying
no
to say
idea.
is trading is like it's a foreign concept, and anyone who thinks that like all the FOMO stop loss is common language is delusional. Like even I go out every day. And I talk to people, in real life, like, hey, and I talk to them about stocks, talk about crypto. No one knows anything. No one knows anything. But I go on Twitter Space or I go on PBU Live or go on the Discord, and it's a whole different story. Like, but it's a small niche, and people, we don't realize that. Like, we are so early as far as trading goes, and like, stocks was the only thing to trade. Now there's crypto. Eventually, NFTs going to hopefully be a thing. I don't really believe in all the projects currently, but
I mean, I think that they still have a future.
Oh no, smart contracts have a future.
Yeah.
Monkey, well, Bored at Jakobson do fine, but like pictures of freaking animals are not the future. It's it's Starbucks rewards, but using blockchain. It's Web2 companies using the blockchain is the future, I believe, and learning about the blockchain and learning about all the stuff. It is, I think, very smart. It's like learning about Amazon before it was Amazon, but I'm not going to say no. This is not financial advice, but and don't invest any money in NFTs if you don't invest it. I'm not buying NFTs. Don't buy NFTs unless you know about NFTs. Learn about NFTs. Learn about smart contracts. Learn about how it all works. Don't invest your money.
So do you have to buy them with crypto? That's my NFT question for tonight. All of them can only be bought with crypto.
The majority, yes. You'll have Ethereum or Solana. They have other blockchains. Everyone's very particular But yes, you have to have either Solana or Ethereum or Matic or whatever to buy the NFT. Some of them now are integrating I don't even know what. I'm not a tech guy, but some type of credit card system, which is smart. I don't think the crypto or any of this stuff is going to actually moon or this, that, whatever until you can grab your phone and be like, hey, grandma, do you know how to download MetaMask? Grandma, do you know how to transfer Ethereum? And until she says yes, crypto is not going to be, the thing of the future. It has, we need mass adoption. In order to have mass adoption, like the internet, you need your mom or your grandma to know how it works. And right now, that's my goal, job, whatever you want to call it, is to onboard people into the future. I believe is the future is educating people into Web3, into not buying PFPs of monkeys and dogs or whatever, is educating people as there's this company Proxy, who was a real estate agency company. They're selling houses instead of having to go through this whole, and I know this was not supposed to be an NFT stream, but and I'll get off this topic soon, but instead of having to, have you gone through the whole process of buying or selling a house?
Oh, a house, yes. I thought you were going to say NFT. Yes.
No, it's a pain in the ass.
Yes.
You got to go through all these people, this, that, whatever. Now they're making it Proxy is just it's an NFT. Your house now, your deed is an NFT. I want you want to buy my house. You send me X money, and then boom, boom, boom. Now you own my house. No XYZ people, middlemen needed.
Wow.
Because that's how America was made, is through middlemen charging stupid amounts of money to do nothing.
Right.
And that I think that Web3 and this whole blockchain is kind of taking out the middleman, taking out, all that. And that's just me being a conspiracy, being me. But I think it's worth looking into. I don't think it's worth putting your money into. But back to trading. Like when it comes to these new assets, I remember you're trading stocks only, and then options came up. You're like, no, I'm not going to trade options. So I remember your first 6 months, 8 months. I was so
scared.
How do you get yourself into options or crypto or NFTs? As someone who isn't an influencer and gets to be involved all the time with that kind of stuff.
It takes a little bit of repetition for me with the Greeks, and I honestly only used what we teach in Penny Boys. We have, I think, 2 really, really great classes, and so between that and a stream that we were doing on options trading weekly on Sunday nights, I was going to that and I was asking a lot of questions. And you're gonna have to ask questions with options. So if you're shy, I want you to type it in the text and in the chats or whatever you need to do, because you're going to have to ask. You can even DM me. And
I was about to say that. DM us.
Yeah, you are always welcome to do that. I was not one to really want to speak up a lot either in live streams, but I don't mind typing in chats, and I sure would DM someone. So DM me, and if I don't know the answer to something, I'm going to find out for us.
Find someone who does, and that's okay to not know something.
Yeah, I promise you, there is someone in our Discord who knows anything.
There's so much stuff I don't know, but I know how to find someone who knows that answer, and that's important. That's what Penny Boys is all about. It's not about ego or whatever. It's about just education and helping others. I know the Swinging Bull is saying that they
Yeah.
love talking about the Greeks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
important.
like the Greeks are confusing. Like I made a whole class. I get it enough where I understand how they all work, but like, so I know you trade options like real time when all this stuff is happening. I understand the delta means so this is going to happen, the gamma means this is but real time, how do you make it all happen and not overwhelm yourself?
So I'm just a regular girl. I mean, I am just trying to make it in this market, and I am not going to lie. A row? What is that? What is that?
I haven't done a class on that yet.
That's one I don't. It's like the redheaded stepchild of the Greeks. No one cares what that is. Am I
How
wrong?
do I make money?
I don't know. Implied volatility is something I still like. I always describe it as witchcraft or sorcery in the streams. It's market sentiment, really. That has a percentage tied to it with an equation that I cannot figure out, but I know it does. And obviously, I still look at implied volatility. I know it's super duper important. I know it needs to be in a certain range, or it's going to give me a very hard time. But the row, that one, I don't really use that one. Everything else, I kind of just look at it to see if I want to purchase or if I want to hold overnight. Those are the only two instances. Me personally, otherwise I trust
what your
my shot
potential
callers.
profit could be, right?
Yes, I really trust my shot callers. I mean, no one's ever right 100% of the time. And I've educated myself enough to be able to do it on my own, but I love the community and I love my shot callers. Like,
you're such a cheerleader for Penny Boys. I'm not gonna lie, like the whole reason Penny Boys University was started was because I didn't trust the shot callers. I was like, I was losing money. I was like, this is like BS, but I see them making money. It's like, this is not right. Like, how am I losing money doing exactly what they tell me to do? And they're making money. Like, so like, yes, I trust the shot callers to the extent of as long as I know what to do with set alerts. Like, I'm not just going to buy and sell or whatever. I don't know. Like, it's hard to follow alerts. Like, and it'd be easy if we were a pump and dump group and we just say, hey, buy here, sell here. But we're not going to do that for good reason, I think. But yeah, so it is hard to learn how to take these alerts, I think. But it is, once you learn how to do them, trusting is very important. But I just don't want new members to like just think that every shot call is going to be right every 100% of the time, and they don't have to worry about that risk management. It's just not the case. It's not the case. They're wrong. Just like everyone's wrong. I'm wrong. Everyone's wrong. Like,
yeah, I have a hard time sometimes letting go of options alerts that I've taken from them, because in my mind, I grew up here and I feel like they are right. How can it be wrong? They're right. I am so much quicker to cut my own play than one of theirs. I don't know what it is in my head. I need to work on that.
No, I'm not gonna lie, for me personally, because I'm a very emotional trader, and I know that by myself. And quite, everyone's like, you can't, take emotions out of trading, and no emotions. It's like, well, yeah, how? Like, yeah, what you're
listen, we're not pookies. We can't do that.
like there's there are like pills out that you can take to like avoid your emotions, but like I'm not going to be doing that while I trade. So I'm going to have emotions while I trade, and I'm going to trade accordingly. Like maybe I'm going to YOLO a little bit here and there. I'm going to be okay, but I'm going to put my account size accordingly. I feel like a lot of people just think that they see. It's like monkey see, monkey do, which is not anyone's fault. I was the same way. I thought that I could just follow, Zip. I'm not going to say any names, but like some person on YouTube who says, hey, buy here. I did that. And guess what? Even Lee, Lee and it was only Lee back then. I was only there back when it was like Lee and Austin. Yeah. Like Lee would put an alert and I'd buy then. I guess what? I lost money doing that because it's not about learning how to buy at a certain price. It's about learning how to trade accordingly and learning how to do it yourself, because it's unless you're there 24/7 watching them, you're going to need to be able to cut your own losses and be able to take your own profits. Like, we don't want to do like some follow the leader BS, pump and dump, whatever, because eventually someone at the end of that dump is going to be the loser, and we're not trying to do that. Like, we want to have everyone, like, I don't even take alerts anymore. I know how to trade because of Lee, because of Austin, because of Amy.
Yeah.
But I take their alerts as market sentiment. Oh, they're alerting bullish stocks. I'm gonna be bullish on my stocks. I know how to trade and take all the emotions out because I'm, like I said, I'm an emotional trader, and I see their alerts, I see their targets. I'm gonna be emotional about that. So I don't even do that anymore. Now I took Penny Boys and what I learned in Penny Boys, and now I'm trading my own stocks based off of that. I'm using their alerts like a screener, like a scanner, like, oh, they're bullish in this, they're bullish in SPY, they're bearish in SPY. Now I can know that I have these 4 or 5 stocks I liked and know how to trade and trade on my own without emotions involved with the, the Discord telling me this or the price targets telling me that. I can trade accordingly. I think that a lot of people just need to realize that it's about trading on your own and taking the alerts not as fact, but more so just as opinion.
Yeah.
And that's just me.
It's learning how to use the information that they are giving you to work for your best benefit.
Right.
And whether that benefit is being learning how to cut a loss or learning when to take profit, whatever it is.
Right.
You're
or learning when to not take a trade even.
That's
right?
Very hard.
Yeah. I used to take every trade because they all go up. I thought, like, no, like I don't have enough money to be throwing $1 million into into 1,000 trades. Like, no, like,
and in our minds, we're thinking, well, they just took every trade, the shot caller, right?
But they have a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a different account size, like we were talking about before, and experience level.
No, a lot of new traders come into the market, especially during COVID. Like when I came in, it was to make money. It wasn't, to make, passive income or to learn how to try. I want to make money. I want to make it now. And you have to realize that just like anything, being any job, you typically take 4 years of college first, education, not making any money. And then back in the day, you'd be an intern or whatever, making no money. Like, I think people have this expectation that they're gonna, be a full-time trader living in the Bahamas with a Lambo after 3 months of trading. And here's the deal: like, that's not what Penny Boys is going to do for you. If you want to get rich quick and stay rich, Penny Boys is not for you because we're not doing these pump and dumps. Because like if you want to compound gains, learn how to trade, like do it over time, and and what's even MetaMat spinning knowledge. But do it over time and what's the word that they always say? And Tagman always says it, not compounding gains, but it's like a long-term interest, value over time. It's an easy word. I'm just forgetting it. Everyone wants to trade because they like dividends. They want to trade because they want a passive income. That's what it is.
Yes.
Passive income does not just come easily. You don't just like take like a month of like trading school and learn how to like just like make like $20,000 a month or whatever. Like I think expectations need to be lowered because we're not in a bear market, we're not in a bull market. And it's hard. Trading's hard. Trading is really hard. Even after you learn for 10 months, a year, it's still hard. And you're gonna probably lose more than you win. Like 3 months, people, like 90% of traders lose more than they win after 3 months. So I just don't want people to have this, like they join Penny Boys and they think 1 month in they're gonna be rich, like and then those people quit because they they're not rich. And come on.
I want a refund.
That's fine. Like that's fine. It's our fault for not advertising the right way, that we're not a pump and dump. But like my goal is to make people money. I don't care about myself. I want other people to make money. So like Nikki, you've been around Penny, but that's kind of why I brought you up here, because I want to put you in the spot on camera and be like, how can you've been a member for a long time and now you're a staff member? How can we provide the most value to brand new traders without promising them BS and without making it so long that it takes forever? Because people don't want to have a job. They don't want trading to be a job. They don't want to have 2 jobs. They have a 9 to 5 already. They don't want it to be a job. So how do we do that in between?
Well, what initially came to mind when you started asking me that was honestly like PBU kind of goes above and beyond. I know that y'all honestly just revamped it and made it a little better, but let's break it down. The first 4 weeks of PBU are really, we have a trading plan, we understand a buy-in method, and we have trading psychology. Anything past that is extra, and you know what I mean. The RSI, the indicators, the, EMAs, whatever. Like, you can still be an excellent trader without memorizing every single indicator. And that can just be in the first 4 weeks of PBU, because you need to do that semester more than one time, no matter what. It's the most important, and I promise you it takes more than once of hearing it to get it to really go in your head. So if after PBU you're struggling, okay, then that means you need to do semester one again. You don't necessarily have to do the whole thing again, even though I totally recommend you do, but you need to do semester one again, please. And I'll put you back in there anytime. And it's going to change the way you trade again after that next 4 weeks. I promise you. If you revisit some of the reasons as to why, you were talking about note taking earlier. Was that you or Bull that was talking about note taking and new member orientation?
Probably
you
Bull.
do that, and you do the first 4 weeks of PBU again, and it's gonna. I want to see your records again after that. I want to see your trading journal again after that, because you're going to point out something in yourself that needs to change, and it'll probably be something super simple. One of two things: cut when it's time to cut, or you're buying in too quickly with over allocation of your funds. It's one of those two things. So if you can identify with your trading psychology why you're doing those two things, one of those two things at least, then you're going to probably do better in your next month. I know, whether we're in a bear or bull market, it won't matter. Right. It won't matter.
No,
honestly.
I know Matt's or one of our members. Oh, this is, I think, Snowflake, actually. I always get them because Matt is, but I think it's a Snowflake, right? Matt in the chat.
Yeah.
Is that Loki? Is that a Loki? I'm gonna put it on the screen.
It's his Crocs. So
is that a Loki? Is that the Loki alligator emoji, or am I just? But anyway, no, they were saying technical skill without a good plan and the right mental approach won't get you successful based on my, they said, based on my experience. It is a Loki. I knew it was. But no, that's true. Like, and and I'm not gonna lie, like I preached that for so long, like, trading psychology, trading plan over charts, trading psychology, trading plan over charts all the time. But I didn't necessarily believe it until I started talking to, like, Pookies and some of the, like, some even like outside of penny boys, like some of these like crypto traders and just traders who've been doing this for a long time, or they're telling me, like, I don't even look at indicators anymore. It's not even about indicators. Like the majority of the long-term stock traders don't even know or don't even look at the indicators. Like, and that's why during our Power Hour Lives, when I do these like little quizzes for the shot callers, they wouldn't know what the Williams % indicator is because they don't use it. Everyone thinks they need to learn every indicator and learn every candle pattern and learn, every technical aspect of trading, because that's how trading works. It hits the bullish indicator and all you got to buy and then sell the bears. And this is things happen in the market. It's less about tech. I think it's less about technical, it's more about just market sentiment, especially in this market. Maybe back, and there you go. But maybe back in the day when the S&P 500 was always going up and stonks go up, you could have just done that. But like now, the S&P 500 is not doing so. You can't just invest in any company now and make money in a year and 2 years or 3 years. Maybe, who knows what's going to happen in 2 or 3 years right now. Like, I think, as far as maybe crypto goes, I think that we're going to be seeing a lot more pain before we seeing more gains. I mean, we let a lot of money just, and I'm not going to get into politics, so like flow into the market. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a really big bear market, especially in the crypto, especially in the Web3 space. And that's okay.
That was really why I wanted to learn options. Now that you say that too, exactly. It's like I had to learn how to hedge, like.
Yeah, you can't just, people who only make money when stocks go up, they're missing out. It's painful, and they lose a lot of money because of that, because they're just hoping and hoping and hoping and hoping. And this is, nowadays, recently, this is not how, back in the day, great, but nowadays this is not how it works, because a lot of things, we're not living in great bull market times.
Yeah, exactly. It's a
unfortunately,
whole nother ball
It
game.
was a pandemic. Like that's a big word. Like that should like pandemic should mean worry or whatever, or mean
Yeah,
bear or something. Like no one thinks
change.
pandemic and thinks, oh yeah, everything's gonna go up. Yeah, I did during that one little COVID pump, but like, come on.
Because
Like
it came back from the depths of hell. I mean,
yeah,
where else was it
exactly.
gonna go?
Exactly.
You know?
Like people are like, we needed to go, otherwise, like like everyone's gonna like leave or what. No, but like no, 100%.
Mhm.
Like people like I think, especially as an NFT, I do a lot of NFT influencing. I see all these NFT influencers. Like it's like every 2 weeks they're like, oh, the bear market is over. It's the bull market. Here, look at that reverse. It's a reversal with nothing to back it, because they need the market to go up, because in NFTs there is no puts, there is no shorts. It's literally just
Raw. It's real.
yeah, NFTs have to go up for NFT exclusive influencers to make money. That's not the case for stocks and crypto. Well, crypto you can short. Yeah, well, especially with stocks with puts. I know there's not options with crypto, but like especially with stocks, like you don't need to have a bear market to make money in the stock market or in the crypto market. Yeah, especially with leverage trading. There's just so many different things that you can do in the bear market that these bullish influencers aren't teaching. It's just a shame, I think. What were you gonna say?
I was saying they do short crypto too.
Yeah. And I've seen BTCJ and
Isn't that crazy?
yeah.
I've never done that, but
Well, apparently, that's what I thought too. I always thought shorting was so risky. Shorting risky, options risky, this that risky. It's only as risky as you let it. Options is a whole different story because the contracts can go to zero. But with shorting, everyone says, what we know with stocks, you can only, it can go up an infinite amount, can only go down to zero. Like, come on, like, are you going to let it go up an infinite amount if you short? No. You have a stop loss. It's the same way as you do
control,
with you have a control. Like, it will only go an infinite amount if you let it, or it's like some freak accident happens where it's like a
medley. Remember that one?
I don't want to talk about
that one. I feel like I've seen it all.
Right, and that's why risk management is so important, because anything can happen. But
anything can happen. Protect yourself.
So the biggest reason why I wanted to talk to you about, with PBU Live, and this is a lot of this is gonna be sound bits for TikTok, but when it comes, and this is actually for those listening live, especially new members. When it comes to someone who is a new member to Penny Boys Universe, Penny Boys in general, right? New to not only Penny Boys, not only new to trading, but also new to Discord, new to online community, new to everything. It's a lot, it's a lot to try to figure out how it all works, right?
Yes.
Would you like what do you do? Do you go on the Facebook? Did you text alerts? Like what do you do next?
Well, I will say I think we have a few more channels than even we did when I first got here, and I felt overwhelmed, and I had to use the Discord map sometimes to try to figure out what I needed. And honestly, what I want you to never forget is PBU chat. And if you have a question and it goes in that particular channel, I promise you, I can actually promise you it will not get ignored or missed. Sometimes in the chats, they move very quickly. And I know members have gotten upset. Oh, no one answered my question. It's really because it probably didn't get seen. You can tag me, but if you put something in PBU chat, that's the one channel I want everyone to remember that you're going to get heard and answered. So for sure, memorize that and take your time. If you don't want to hear about crypto alerts, I want you to mute that channel or opt out of that channel. I don't want you to get overwhelmed with more noise. You can always add these things back later. You might not be trading OTCs right now. Or you might not be day trading. That's something that you can mute as well. It is very controllable, the information that you're going to get from us. And I want you to only get what's pertinent to you so that you're not bothered while you're at work or anything else. Yeah.
That's important though. Like, to not be overwhelmed. Like I know, I do a lot of content. So I do my YouTubes and my TikToks trying to advertise. Penny Boys talking about all the things we offer, but quite frankly, you're right. And that's why I want to do this, because you're right. like you don't have to do it all. You don't get overwhelmed. Like, yes, we have crypto, yes, we have OTC, we have this, that, whatever, but like do what you feel comfortable with doing. Like, you don't have to do it all at once. Like you're not going to miss the boat on the stock market because quite frankly, it's been around for a long time.
Yes.
And it's going to be around for a long time. Crypto is just getting started, and people who are like, oh, I need to invest in crypto now or whatever, like there's going to be another bull run and another bear run and another bull run, another bear. Like it's going to happen just like every market. You're going to be able to make money. You're going to be able to make money. You're not like, yes, you could be early, whatever, but like you also, you never know. And unless by education, then you don't know. So, the speculation like, oh, I got to be early, early to what? Do you even know what you're being early to unless you actually do the research? And that's my biggest thing. I don't want to convince people to just put money into stuff because they're early or put money into stuff because, what I want them to put money into I don't know. If it was up to me, like, you could just make money off of nothing. But if they are putting money into anything, I'd rather them be putting money into things that they believe in, not just that we believe in, they believe in.
Yeah.
And I want them to feel confident in that fact. And that's what Penny Boys University. I really just want people to understand that Penny Boys University isn't about teaching you how to follow the alerts or teaching you, how to buy and sell at certain points, or even like how to like, do the 25 50. It's about learning how to trade and learning how to take your emotions and realize like maybe this isn't something I should do right now. Maybe I shouldn't take this trade right now, or maybe I should sell right now and not wait for 100% profit. It's about learning how to trade and not about pump and dumps. There's just so many pump and dumps out there. I've been on Twitter, like, oh my gosh, it's so bad out there. It's so bad out there. It's especially during
There's
COVID.
A lot of information and not all of it is valuable. And that was what I was talking about earlier, is finding that here was y'all were able to tell me which information was valuable. So if you're brand new and you're feeling like crazy with all the information overload, then I want you to think about what you came here for. Was it for crypto? Was it for stocks? It was probably one of those two things. And then you discovered options. So it probably wasn't that you came here for options, but maybe it was. But whatever it is, I want you to hyper focus on it and learn it very well. It doesn't have to be, crypto first or stocks first. Like, I just want you to do what you came here to learn it. And everything else, cut out the noise, and then you can move on to something else and master it as well and build on top of one another. Because if you try to do it all at once, you'll lose your mind, and you will not get it. It'll just be your wheel spinning.
Right. And that's why it's so important, these trading psychology classes. Is not about just like, oh, FOMO is so bad, don't have FOMO. It's about learning what kind of trade, all the, I don't remember them off the top of my head, but, socially responsible trader, innovative trader, event, like all these different types of trading types really do matter, because, everyone trades differently based off of who they are. And and you're 100% right.
And why you have loss aversion, after you've been trading for 3 years, still, it's like,
right.
That's the part of the trading psych you need to ask yourself, and revisit it regularly.
Right. And honestly, like, you know what? A lot of people, their goal in trading is to make money, whether it's, they don't care. It's crypto, stocks, this, that, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's like what I'm doing. I'm not here to trade crypto. Well, right now I'm actually here to do Web3 stuff. But as far as trading goes, I'm not here to be a crypto trader, be a stock trader. I don't care. Whatever makes me money, I'll trade it. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And like, so
the trade whore.
Well, yeah. And so that being said, I had to realize that, I saw Lee making all this money on these swings and I wasn't, and I realized it's because I'm just not a swing trader. And then I went and I stopped taking swing trades and I started doing day trades, and I made options trade, day trades specifically, and I made good money because that's just who I am. I like to take the risks. I like to day trade. I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not. And a lot of people, a lot of traders just expect or influencers expect their followers to be exactly like them, like little robots. And this is not how it's supposed to be. I don't think. Everyone's differently. Somebody might have a 9 to 5, someone might have kids, someone might have, a different schedule. Might work I used to work graveyard shift in a casino where, like, everyone's schedule is different. And for someone to be
Yes.
like, you do this, you make money is bullshit. So anyone who's telling you follow me, do exactly what I do, you're gonna make money, it's fucking bullshit.
It is.
Yeah.
We do update plays. It's not to say that we're not telling our members like every step. They do update it, but like Duck and I were saying a minute ago, it's really hard to follow another trader.
Yeah. It's
It
hard.
it sounds kind of lame, like I'm me saying that out loud, but trust me, it is. It's hard to follow. So that's why we make you make your own plan, because it matters not what Lee is doing. It
Yeah.
matters
And
what you're doing.
yeah, and it's once
Your account.
you understand how to trade, then you understand the trader's mentality or trader's mindset. So you understand why Lee alerted this trade and said, "Oh, it's on this bottom." Like you understand, oh, that's why he did it. It bounced off of these two, support levels, or bounced off of these two EMAs. Like I understand why, and then you could be like, "Well, I'm not going to take that trade though, even though it did that," which is fine. Like there's a lot of good trades out there that good traders pass by because this is not their type of trade. And once you learn how to trade, you can realize, oh, this is my type of trade, and this is not my type of trade. They're both could probably end up making profit. Lee's plays, that's my biggest thing. That's why I said I don't do swing trades anymore. My biggest thing is I would sell Lee's plays too early because that's who I am, and they would make profit. And people who held them made profit, and good for them. But this is not what I could personally do. So I went into day trading or options trading or whatever. Like everyone's different, and even with the alerts, someone can. Lee is an amazing trader. Amy is an amazing trader. If you cannot trade like they trade, you're going to lose money taking their trades. So it's not about taking every trade you see from any smart trader. It's about figuring out how you trade, what your trading psychology, your trading plan is, and then figuring out, ideally in penny boys, which trader is the most like you, or just which trade is the most geared towards you. It's not about follow the leader. And I want to stress that because I feel like I've been doing PBU for a while, PBU lives for a while, and I feel like a lot of people I've seen like Facebook's comments and whatever, like, oh, they've been losing money, this and whatever. It's not about the alerts. It's about education. It's about how you learn how to trade and then how you react to said alerts. As I want to be clear. And if you have any questions, if it's not making sense to you, reach out to me, reach out to Nikki. I'm not going to like say that I'm going to make you rich or whatever. I'm still figuring it out too, like anyone is, but we've been through it. We lost a lot of money doing dumb things, and then we made a lot of money figuring it out afterwards. And we can help you at the very least try to fast forward that process. And if not, at the very least we can just be there for you to support you, because it's nice to not be alone in losing. So I don't know. I hate this. I go on YouTube all the time. I just see all these people pumping shit. I'm over it. Especially in the
No,
NFT
it's
space.
very true what you're saying, and it's I want to say that, like, yes, you do have to figure out all those things as you go through trading, but we also will give you some very black and white rules to follow, and I know that's what the new trader like craves. They want us to say always do this when
Right.
X happens, or always do that when Y happens, and we will never do.
But there's
that.
always like an X squared or an X, the X doesn't always happen. Like there's always something else after X, and that's what people don't realize. Like they think you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. As the stock market is crazy, and like I said, especially now, COVID and this and that, and oh my god, the government is a whole shit show. Like this isn't a normal stock market. We are going through some shit right now. Like we're going through a whole fucking pile of shit. Excuse my French, but like don't expect this to be a freaking easy line up. It's not going to be. You got to trade accordingly, and that's all I gotta say about that.
It's true.
Yeah, but I don't see any other questions in the chat. Do you have anything? I know I kept you here for an hour and 8 minutes. Do you have anything else that you want to say? Honestly, I'm just collecting sound bites, and also just honestly, it's nice hearing from, because I do TikToks. It was also nice hearing from someone like you, and just being able to talk to the new members like openly and just tell them how it is. We're on camera, we're real people. Some people just need to, some people just need to realize that like it's not easy. It's not easy. We've been there. I thought it was easy. I thought it was so easy. I thought it was easy before Penny Boys. When I started, I made some money because I threw money in the stocks and got lucky. And then I thought it was easy after Penny Boys when I thought I knew everything. And then it's not easy. You're always going to get beaten down a little bit, but it's about making sure that beaten down is less in your profits, I think.
Yep. And you're going to find out real quickly how badly you want to be a trader.
Oh, I love it. I love
I
it.
love it. It doesn't matter. I mean, it
I
matters.
love
I don't want
content
to
creating more
lose
than
money,
trading,
but
but
when I do lose money, I never want to give up trading. I'm always going to want to be a trader for sure. And
and yeah,
I was sorry. I was just going to say, like,
no,
being in here, it gives me more insight as into like what's going on in the stock market, things that I don't know that I would go out and seek in the news myself. I've just been very spoiled getting my information here so quickly and from people I know and trust. I'm
and
lucky.
and actually, I'm glad you brought that up because my goal is because I know, don't get me wrong, I love our shot callers, I love everyone involved in Penny Boys. My goal is to bring other opinions and whatever
Yeah.
into the Penny Boys ecosystem, or whatever you want to call it. I know NFTs say ecosystem, into the Penny Boys system. Like my goal is to bring on some new guests from outside of Penny Boys and teach, have them teach us about this, that, whatever. And I know like a lot of traders, like you were saying, they start off with crypto or stocks or whatever.
Yep.
But there are a lot of ways to make money. In Penny Boys, we started off by just being Penny Boys, a penny stock alert service, as a joke actually, and then it turned to a real company, and then we started doing not penny stocks and just regular stocks, and then guess what? Crypto. Well, that's a good way to make money. We understand it, and that's a good way to provide value to our members, and not in a BS way, because we actually, we had to bring in Amy and people who actually knew what they're talking about. Crypto, and here now, Web3, NFTs, real estate, like drop shipping, Amazon selling stuff. Like, we're not opposed to bringing in any kind of education when it comes to just getting that passive income, getting that that what are all these NFT influencers called? The not passive income, but the
Side hustle.
a side husband of the freedom, or what. There's a word for it that everyone always says to try to pitch this whole I work from home whatever bullshit. But like, it does take time, it takes effort, a lot of effort, and there are a lot of ways to do it. And quite frankly, maybe if crypto's not for you, stock might be, and stocks might be, like, maybe NFTs might be, and NFTs won't. Maybe it's drop shipping or whatever. I don't even know anything about drop shipping, to be honest with you. I could be saying something that's BS, but like, what I'm trying to say is we're not opposed to finding other ways to make money, as we have been doing in Penny Boys with crypto, and then Web3, smart contracts, and so if any members here have questions on anything finance related, that's what we're here for. We're here to help. And like, I didn't know anything about stocks before I started making Penny Boys University. So like, you want to learn about drop shipping, let me know. I'll freaking make a Penny Boys University drop shipping class. Like, I'll do the same thing I did for stocks with drop shipping, or with Amazon. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter as long as we can provide value. That's the whole point. Like, I don't want to do what's best for me. I want to do what's best for all of y'all. So let me know. I don't know best. You know best, and that's community. Anything else for you, Nikki?
I think I'm good, and I think you said it all. The community, that really is the heart of it, and I think that it's proven in, like, also how many lifetime members we have. You think they don't know how to trade for themselves? Many of them would be just fine picking out their own stocks, but they want to be with the community because it is so beneficial and helpful, and in more than just stock trading. I mean, also like in real life, we've helped with charities and a lot of things. So, and if a member needs help, we've helped a member with different personal things before too. So we really do care for your well-being in your portfolio.
Right. And that's why we have channels outside of just trading, the Dear Lily channel, like channels, and Austin's
recovery.
Recovery channel. And we have channels outside of just stock. We're here to, I don't care if you're a free member forever, join the recovery channel, join the the Dear Lily channel. Like, we don't need you to pay money to be part of our community, or the military channel. Yeah, like, that's all free. Like, I like pay nothing. Like, we just want you to be involved, because like, we're all, this is the future. Is this whole, whether it be stock trading, crypto trading, whatever, content creating, all this is a new age of, this whole Web3, as I like to call it. But like, this is a new age in general, and I want y'all members to be along for the ride. And like I said, maybe it's drop shipping, maybe it's whatever, and probably not gonna be drop shipping. I don't even know anything about that, like I said, but
Oh man, I was hoping you did.
I don't, but maybe it's a content creation course that we put out and make it free for our premium members or lifetime members or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot that we can do. There's a lot that our members, like community, can bring in and do, because like a lot of our current staff, Swinging Bull, you, Pookie's Revenge, pretty much everyone besides everyone besides Austin was a member at first. I don't think we brought in anyone
meth,
actually.
Kingtone.
Huh?
Kingtone said that you're going to do a course on making meth.
Making meth, like Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
I mean, like, this is a way to make money. It's a way to make money. You know, why not? I'm just kidding. No. Don't delete me, YouTube.
No, we will not.
Not today. But no, like, any way to make money, any way to not make money, any way to do it the right way, risk management way. Like, we're not opposed to just like crypto. It took us a while before we decided to do crypto alerts. We were like, is this for real? And then we're like, why not? Like because it is here to stay, I believe.
Yes.
So, is meth OTC? That's a good question.
Might be.
But yeah, no, like, well, whatever y'all want, like, let me know, let us know. Like, we're here for y'all. We're not here for us. If y'all want, actually, I don't even know, because I'm not y'all. So let me know. Before I really got to use the restroom, and I remember my last live stream in Penny Boys University. You remember it? I don't think anyone here listening besides me, like some of the OGs, remember when I thought that I muted my mic and turned the background sound on, and in fact I actually turned the background sound off and unmuted my mic and then used the restroom. I got to use the restroom. We got to end this stream. That being, no, I did have a thing to say though. You're talking about charity. Crypto. So those of you in the Penny Boys Discord, the NFT section of the Discord, free to join. There's this in the PB Alpha, and don't put your money into it if you don't, whatever. But like, there is this one NFT. It's called Crypto Moris. They provide free, I don't know exactly how it works, but I believe it's free mental health care for life for their holders. I'm working with this company as the board of directors, whatever, for Web3. Lawcity.com, which is also a legitimate law office with over 30 employees, Grungo and Cluro Associates. They just bought like over 40 of them. They're going to be including that NFT as part of their employees' benefits, which is basically including free mental health care as part of their employees' benefits. This is the future of NFTs in Web3. It's not JPEGs and PFPs. That's the future, is providing healthcare and providing these aspects that we cannot do because of the way the system currently is taking it into our own hands and changing the future. That's what Web3 is. So check out the PB Alpha section in the NFT area of Penny Boys. Don't buy it, but I'll be there live in the New Jersey office of Grungo and Colorado Associates. I'm gonna be onboarding all their employees. They don't know anything about crypto. I'm gonna be there live. There'll be press release and videos or whatever. I'm be teaching them how to download MetaMask wallet. I'm gonna be trying to do some Twitter spaces leading up to there. It's just really cool giveaways. I would love to give away some of those Crypto Mori NFTs to our holders, our holders. I'm sorry, our members. We're not NFT. The Penny Boys University members, so that y'all can also get that free mental health care if y'all need it. Because I know that, like you said, we care a lot about charity. We have a lot of people in recovery because that's a big thing that we really care about. It's not just about trading stocks and making money. It's about the people, and I believe that is a big help to the people, and I want to try to spread that love to the Penny Boys community. So don't go and buy one yet, because I'm going to talk to them. I want to be able to give away a whole bunch, especially to people who need it, because I know a lot of there are people out there who need it, especially in the trading world. They get in the trading world because they're dealing with a lot of hardships, when it comes to money or this, that, whatever. And so my goal is an article in Penny Boys is to help that. It's not just to make y'all money and get y'all out of the, make y'all a quick $1,000 and get you out of that. It's to help you on the long run. And Nikki, I think I know that you are a huge part of that. When you've been calling, DMing members on the left and right, that's what we're all about. And that's huge.
That's my favorite thing to do, is I help the new people. I feel like that is one of the best things Penny Boys has to offer, is like holding a new trader's hand for just a little bit. And it's so funny because I can make really good friends with a brand new member, and then eventually it's like the little bird flies away,
Right.
and I quit hearing from them so much, and that's okay. That's okay. It means that they grew up and they
Right.
are able to stand more on their own, you know. But I remember what it's like, and it is scary.
No, we get it. We get it.
Yeah, so
And
it's like one of the best things we have to offer, I feel like, Doug, is the
yeah,
hand holding that we can do in the beginning.
even without, regardless of trading, even like here's the deal: if you're in Penny Boys and trading's not for you, that's fine. Let me know. I'll try to hook you up with, like, if you think you can do it, I can try to at least get you the in for some kind of Web3. Like, we have a whole Web3 job section. I can help you at the very least apply, and I'll help train you whatever you need to do to a Web3 job, whether it be community management, a moderator. Like some of these jobs pay $500 a month. Some of them pay like $90K a year. And if
Yeah,
maybe trading is not for you, like I said, whether it be real estate, stocks, crypto, we want to help you. Whether, I don't care how it is, like it doesn't have to be stocks or crypto. So if you're in Penny Boys, you've been there for like 3-4 months, you've been doing the training psychology, whatever, it's just not working, let me know. And if you want to still makes that passive work from home, whatever, I'll try to help you out however it may be. Even if you want to be a content creator, whatever it may be, I'm here to help. We're here to help. It's not just about trading stocks or crypto, because it's hard. Like I don't trade stocks and crypto full time anymore because I'm too busy doing content. I get it. Like some people just don't like to do it, and that's fine. We're going to help you regardless. And our goal long term is to not just do stock and crypto education, but also like teach you how to do things you don't learn in high school, like taxes. Like
yeah,
how do I change a tire? How do I get a job doing XYZ? I would love to. I worked in hospitality my whole life. I would love to do a course on getting involved in hospitality, and then also provide different ways to, or different connections that I know, to get our Penny Boys members those jobs. Like that, like we're looking so long term here in Penny Boys. We're only 2 or 3 years in. If you're a lifetime member, especially, just buckle in and prepare for the fucking ride. Like, that's all I'm saying. Oh my god, that's so funny. Steph P just said I need to buckle down. Oh, buckle down. But yeah, to buckle in. All I'm saying, like we're not here just to teach you. Like, hey, you can join Penny Boys, and my goal is you join Penny Boys, and you might not even be able to trade stocks and crypto, but you're still gonna have some value in Penny Boys. So just wait and see. Do not sleep on us. I've been doing a lot of networking outside of just stocks and crypto, as far as social media and Web3 goes. And oh my gosh, we got video games coming. We have a carnival metaverse coming. Like, we have so much stuff coming. So just wait and see. I gotta go. So I gotta go. I gotta use the restroom so bad. I hope that y'all join us next time. But as always, until then, I hope that you all make some bread.